Hello, this is Mish from Downtime Distractions, bringing you a first look at a title called Fall of the Gods. So this is an action roleplay. It's created by a developer called Geek Games. I think it's pretty much solely a guy, Stefan, that has been doing this. So a bit of background on this game. It actually has been out on the Xbox 360 for quite some time, and it's already been played by 75,000 gamers on the console. So not small by any stretch. I mean, so it's quite seems to be quite popular on the previous console. So it's approximately about 40 hours worth of gameplay. So it's controllable by keyboard and mouse or by the gamepad. I think the gamepad's probably the best way to do it though. Just a couple of pointers so far. The resolution seems to be locked at 1024 by 572, which isn't too bad. It's obviously going to be shrunken on the monitor, but you can Alt Enter to maximize it. Which works quite nice, but just would be good to get those settings in there so you have a bit of customization. And the sound options are limited. It's either on or off, which is good to have a bit of a slider there, just to help out if you want to boost or lower the sound volume. I've also read that since the Xbox release, Stefan has redone the initial chapter, and he's added a second chapter. So if you played through on the Xbox and you really liked it, this title is going to have more of the same stuff. So that's definitely positive. If you've liked it before, you want to keep going the story or replay it on the PC, pick it up on Steam. And let's jump into some gameplay and see how it goes. Okay, so this is in-game. I've skipped the first area as I've completed it, and I don't want to show any spoilers, and I don't want to ruin any quests and stuff like that, so I'll just I won't venture back to the area. But as you can see from the screen at the moment, aesthetically it's got a kind of an eccentric charm to the game, definitely an old school RPG style. As it said in the description, it's trying to be similar to the Zelda, the old Zelda style games. So yeah, that's the graphics. I mean, I think a lot of people will like the graphics, how they look. I think it's perfectly acceptable. And audio, the soundtrack is very nice. They've got every time you go into a building, it kind of changes like this. We'll go in here. So it's it takes cues of what you're doing, which is nice. And when you go into a little bit of a dungeon or a dodgy area, the music will turn a bit darker. So it's very cool, and the sound assets are all quite nice quality. Even the sound of the weapons, stuff like that, it's quite nice. So gameplay. So top right you can see I have my X and my Y bound to two different weapons. So you can have multiple weapons. I got my little sword there. Not sure if I like the position of the animation of that stuff, but anyway. And you also have magic spells. So let me take on this Medusa-like creature. And she's frozen me. So I'm doing lightning on her, a lightning spell. And I also have that earth glob spell. So there she goes. So I'll do a lightning one here. Yeah, just got him just one shot because it's quite powerful. Okay, I thought I'd show you a bit more gameplay, just to get more of an idea of what's going on. So let's equip another weapon here. So get the sword, press Y. So we've now got two weapons equipped. Pick up some good stuff there. Can we get down here? I need a dungeon key. Right. So things like this is this doesn't look like things ended well for this guy. I think he's dead. Who could have done this? Sometimes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sometimes you're just kind of not sure where to go. I guess that there's probably the key. But yeah, I do enjoy. I've been to another dungeon, I guess similar to this, but it was underwater. So it was the fact that you're going along and you need to keep gulping water every couple of minutes, or you're gonna drown. On top of all the stuff that's going on, so it's definitely pretty cool gameplay. So the melee and the magic, it's a bit simple, but I think that's what you're gonna get. I didn't expect anything else. What is anything in here? Pretty grim area. What's this? Key. Oh. Come back. Gotcha. And I don't know if I mentioned it too, but you can actually change the speed, so you can go walk and sneak. So that can be quite handy when you want to just slow things down a little bit. Yeah, definitely done a cool door's locked. Neato. Oh, there we go. See, there's things like that. Very cool. And that definitely reminds me of other dungeon crawling games. And so here's my magic, guys. I think I'm gonna assume that I had to put that. Oh, hold on. Let's get that rat and then push that there. There we go. To allow me to get into here. Iron armor. Woohoo! So yeah, I'll just I'll leave this dungeon here. I don't want to spoil any more, because it's all of it's quite rewarding when you actually figure out little things to get in and out. And so there's the key to get in, and there's another way up the rope. This is some of my thoughts on it. Graphically, I think it's, it fits the bill. It's definitely an old school looking game, and I think it works nicely. It's definitely got a charm to it. Audio, I think the soundtrack is really good. It really fits the situations you're in. It really fits the little world that Stefan's made here. The sound of the weapons, the sound of the magic, it's all very, very, very high quality. And I didn't mention too, but the top right here it says 170. That's my gold. So with that, you can actually buy items, buy arrows, buy armor, buy potions. So there's a lot to this game. I'm just very impressed with the depth, just with, I guess, the armor that you can get, the skills with the different magic you can pick up. You can bind it to 2 keys. The different weapons you can get, the items you can get, the leveling system you can get, well, the leveling system you use, I should say. So there's just a lot of depth there, and on top of all that, there is a lot of depth in the quests of interesting little stories and things you got to figure out. When you go into a dungeon, as you just saw, you got to figure out how to get through things. There's little secrets here and there. So it's very cool, a very old school gameplay and all that. Only downside for me would be, I guess, the actual combat is, just simple, but that's what it used to be like. And it's not really about that combat. The combat is there to facilitate the storyline and you going through the world. So I think that's acceptable. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the price for this will be, but I think if it's on the lower scale, I think it'll be worth picking up, worth a good look. Yeah, so if you pick it up and you enjoy it, let me know. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe as well. I'm trying to build my subscription base so I can get some more indie titles going and keep these videos coming. Okay, and I'll see you next time.